Hey, everybody. How's it going? Can y'all hear me? Hello, Broke. Shannon. Lila. Black's Tropical Homestead. Tundra Jason. Can everybody hear me? Can y'all hear me? All right, loud and clear. Good deal. Hello, Jean. Mama Murphy. We got some new people tonight. Welcome aboard. Hello, Lisa. She's listening in but not chatting. Two hands working. And Simple Life Reclaimed. How are y'all? Can y'all hear me?
I could hear you. Can you hear us?
Good deal. Does anybody happen to have that link for the GoFundMe for Butt Nuggets Homestead? I cannot get it to share on my end for some reason.
Uh-oh. I know Possum Run has it. She posted it on her community tab.
Okay. I was going to share it, but for some reason it will not let me copy and paste. I've tried 2 different places.
Uh-oh.
But anyway, so how have you guys been doing?
Oh, man, we've been doing good. Busy as usual. How have you been doing?
Fine. Working. Trying to recover from all the food from Thanksgiving.
Oh, I know. We had a feast. I probably put on at least a good 5-10 pounds, you know. We're going to work it off this week, though, so it's all good.
Oh, you guys get to do the block thing this week, don't you?
Yes, yes, we do. Exciting times.
I bet.
Man, it's a lot of heavy blocks and mortar and just a lot of sand. Like
it is. Those mortar bags, they weigh 92 pounds each. They're pretty heavy.
Oh my cow! So you're gonna do it yourself?
Yeah. Well, we have a consultant that's he's been doing masonry for 25 years or longer than that, and we were going to hire him to actually just do the whole basement. But him and everyone else in the industry is booked out for months and months and months. Like, if we would be able to get him, we're not looking till maybe the end of January at like the earliest, and that's a really big maybe. It could also possibly be like March, and that's months away. We want to be moving along with it. So we talked him into like, he's going to do some consulting work for us. So the first ring around, he's going to be there, and he's going to actually do that. He's going to work with us while we do the first couple rings around to show us how to do the mix and everything. And then like, me and Gary will take it from there. And then when we're about at the halfway point, we're going to have him come back and like check our work for us. And so he'll be with us every step of the way. But the majority of it is going to be Gary and I.
Wow. I think it's awesome, though. I was thinking about it today. There's not a lot of young couples that are willing to step out and do something for themselves, you know?
No, I mean, it's scary because we're, I guess, gambling everything on ourselves. Like, we only have so much resources and everything else, but I have faith in us. And, if we fail, then we will try again. You never really fail until you quit, right?
Right.
So,
but look how far you've come, though. I mean, you guys have accomplished so much.
Oh, thank you.
It's going to be something you can be proud of because you did it. You didn't rely. It's something that you done actually with your own hands.
Yes.
Lila cannot post the link either.
Hi, Lila.
Hey, Lila.
I'm gonna hop in on your chat so I can see everybody because I can't when we're doing StreamYards. I don't get to see the chat.
Thunder Jason said Gary and Mel are going to be ripped after this job.
Totally, for sure. Actually, like, I know the first couple of rings are going to be really hard. We're going to be really sore. But I feel like after we get going on it, we'll get that muscle memory. We'll be able to keep going. But the first couple of days of doing it, man, we're going to be dead to the world. We're going to be so sore, so tired. But we put ourselves in this position where we have no other option but to keep pressing forward. So that's what we're going to do.
Pretty much.
You guys picked an awesome part of the country to do it in. That's
thank you.
A very pretty part of Arkansas. So I'm in the southern part of Arkansas, but my husband is around from up in that area, so it's beautiful up there.
Okay.
It's gorgeous up here, especially this time of year with all the colors changing and the temperature. Actually, I mean, it's cold in the morning and it's cold at night when the sun's gone, but as soon as the sun peaks up, it's beautiful. Like, the weather out here is absolutely gorgeous. So different from Arizona and from like the Vegas area where we're from. There's 2 seasons in Vegas and in like Arizona. It's either hot or freezing. Like, it's devil's armpit or
there's no in between, huh?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's one or the other, but the majority of the time it's really, really hot and everything always looks the same. So there
is a 1 week spring. A lot of times it's like 4 days, but that's like it. As soon as the sun hits the flowers or anything else, it turns right back to nothing and same old.
Yeah, you can look at the window and any time of year pretty much it looks the same, other than like the random one-off snows that we would get, and that would be really a random one-off, you know. So
hello, Tina Ladybug, and hello, Mama V.
Hi, guys.
Mama V has got it posted on her community post. That's where I tried to copy and paste, and it would not let me to. So if you want to donate to them, runs community post, and you'll find the link over there. They lost everything, I believe, including their vehicles.
It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. We posted it to our community tab as well yesterday, just to kind of bring a little bit more awareness of it. They do have a GoFundMe, and the community has just been so amazing with the outpouring of love to them. And that's exactly what we want to see, what we want to continue to help foster. I mean, we're all in this together, guys. Like, it's not together we're giant. Together we're huge, and we can do a lot of things. And even if you guys aren't able to like monetarily support them, just maybe go and give them some words of encouragement or send them some prayers or something in a situation like this. That means a lot. So definitely reach out if you guys are able.
They're going to have to start completely over from the ground up, basically. So, I mean, it's going to take a lot.
Yeah.
But, I know that they've got good heart. They'll be able to get it. And, I mean, this is a big setback, and it's horrible. Like, there's no words. But I have a lot of confidence that they'll be able to get back on their feet. And again, thank you guys in the community for helping out another member of our family, right? We'd like to call it family.
Definitely. I have just been amazed by our community. Just no longer than I've been in it. It's awesome.
Yes.
Mama V says we've raised over 3,300 on the GoFundMe so far.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Amazing.
For getting that link, but we want to help them as much as we can. And
we actually had the pleasure of meeting them in person when we went over to Jeff with Bobblehead Homestead. He had his birthday bash. All he wanted for his birthday was to gather all of his friends and neighbors and people together. And he wanted some, like, kind of a house cleanup. He just had a new property and everything, and he needed some work done over there. And I was just amazed at the amount of people that came together. Some drove through several states just so they can be there and help and pitch in and do some community work for Jeff. And we were there, Butt Nuggets was there, and we got to meet them and hang out with them for a little while we were working over there. And it was really great. It was a great day. And again, the community, I know we talk about it all the time, but it really means the world to us. And I know to people like Jeff and then Butt Nuggets Homestead, it really, when you meet everybody, it's one thing to have online friends, but then when you start making those in real life connections, it's a beautiful thing. Jeff is one of our nearest and dearest friends, and we met him through YouTube. So
I've met some awesome people on YouTube. And I've enjoyed it so far.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So what's next after the blocks? Where are you going to go from the basement?
Well, we got to do all the block work, and then once the blocks are done, we have to do the French drain, and we got to completely seal it in 100% on the outside. There's like this paint. It's like a flex paint kind of thing. It's like a rubbery
like Flex Seal, but it's not. It's a little different, but it's basically the same stuff. You paint that on there, and it's like the waterproofing coating that you put on, and then you get the vinyl, the thickest vinyl mill plastic that you can get, and then you put that onto it, and then you get the mesh fabric. You put the mesh fabric on, and you basically do like a huge like U horseshoe type thing where it's like here's the basement wall, and then like here's the ground level here, and then you basically have it going all the way down and up and then out the ground side or whatnot, and then that way you can fill that all in with the rock as well as have the French drain out the bottom.
Yeah.
And you sort of fold it in like a blanket or what is that called?
Like a dough, like a batter.
I know, I'm trying to think of the pigs in a blanket. That's what it is. Pigs in a blanket, basically.
But once
and then you throw more rock on top of that, so that way you don't get any dirt or sediment inside the piping area, and
it can all drain out because we get a lot of rain here in Arkansas, which we're not used to being in the desert. So we got to make sure that our basement is going to be watertight, and so we don't get any flooding.
I only have to do it once. I don't want to go back over there and re-dig out all of this and then be sitting there like this. Like I would
or have it like cave in or something.
I wouldn't want to do that either.
So, but then after the block work and everything is done, then we're going to be working on the footers, or not the footers, the word for it, baby, I just squirreled. The floor for the cabin.
The floor trusses.
The trusses, that's what I was looking for, the word, the trusses.
The floor trusses, and we're going to start making basically the cabin bottom floor itself.
Yeah,
and
start
then we'll
framing.
Also build off like the decking area where we're going to have the pillars coming up, so that way we have a nice working area all the way around the cabin, as well as we have a cabin area that we're going to actually work on. And then standing up walls and everything else will be a little easier.
Yeah, so I imagine spring and summer we'll be doing all of that cabin finishing kind of stuff. I'm hoping that by this time next year, I mean, I don't know, life happens and you just never know how things are going to work out, but I'm hoping that this time next year we could be inside the cabin, and it won't be done, but we'll be working on walls, and we'll be working on bathrooms and flooring and all that stuff that we have to do. And then it'll come the next year of finishing it, like getting it finished. And then after that, then we can just enjoy our lives out here and work on getting animals and doing our gardening and doing all the stuff that we want to do. Like our whole house isn't just, or our whole life isn't just about building the house. Like building the house is awesome, and that's what we're doing right now. But the end goal is to have the house and then to be able to do all these other things, you know?
Well, you just do it as you go, and hey, you don't owe a dime on it.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, that's a blessing.
You're not making payments.
Yeah. Everything that we're doing it with cash, and that's also why we got to do it nice and slow and steady, because we only have so much resources. We're good, like we're going to be able to do it, but we just have to make sure not to bite off more than we can chew at a time, work at a good pace that works for us, and just keep going every day. So.
Right. All right, take me to the beginning. I have not heard y'all's story yet. What made you guys want to do this?
Well, what do you want to know? We're an open book.
What made you just want to pack up and leave the desert besides the heat?
Well, it's I don't know. We've been talking about it for a long time, and it literally everything worked out perfectly. Like there couldn't have been a better way for us to basically get a swift kick in the butt to get it going, in a sense. With everything that's happened over the last couple of years and whatnot, I've been out of work, and I was just standing by because the way that my work was, and it ended up being where my work ended up completely closing down the doors. But I didn't find that out until like a year and a half later or whatnot. So it's they held me on, and I was holding, and I was hoping, and once that happened, it was like, well, yeah, I totally. There's no reason. Ties. There's no ties. There's no anything else. We've already got debt free. It's we definitely had it work out perfectly in every aspect in the sense, and I'm fathomed by it because I can't think of any other way that it could have went.
We had property in Arizona, but our property was only 1 acre, and we were in between Kingman and Las Vegas. So anywhere we wanted to go to town, it was already an hour's drive, like no matter what. So we were already used to like rural living.
I drove an hour to work every day.
But we wanted a larger piece of property, something with more fertile land, because I was gardening and stuff. And it's very hard to garden in the desert. And animals, they die a lot because of the heat. And so you're constantly trying
There's a lot more stuff you have to do. Misters and then everything else.
Right, I guess,
Yeah, it's a lot. So we just wanted to be somewhere that was more conducive to the lifestyle that we seen ourselves in the future. And so actually we were thinking about Idaho for a while. But Idaho, when all this stuff started happening, the prices went up ridiculous. And a lot of people from California and Washington and Oregon, they all started going to Idaho. And we just were like, maybe Idaho's not the place for us. But I fell in love with the Pacific Northwest. I love it up there. It's gorgeous. But as far as landscape and stuff, Arkansas is neck and neck because it's got just as much water. It's got just as much pretty trees. The only difference is the elevation. And out here, we're not going to be dealing with the snow like you're going to have. And I actually consider that a win. So it's better for us, being from the desert it's a change, but it's not going to be as drastic, I think, as what Idaho would have been.
Idaho would have been a drastic change.
Yeah. Y'all will get some snow, but you won't be like swamped. We get it here.
The locals say that randomly once in a blue moon, we'll get like a foot, but on average, we'll probably get like 6 inches or so because of where we are in the mountain. They said that we will get it every year, but it's not going to be anything to write home about. It's just more of like, oh, look, there's snow. Let's go play because tomorrow it's going to melt.
It's usually nothing major. I mean, it sets everybody in such a panic down here when it does occasionally hit 5 or 6 inches. I mean, it just sends everybody over the edge. The shelves are wiped out. School's shut down. It's just,
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we can't do it.
Yeah. I hear out here we're going to get more ice storms. And our friend Rooster, who does a lot of work out here with the dozer for us, that's how we met him. And Rooster actually was telling me that it really looks like Elsa's castle with all those icicles hanging off of the trees and stuff. I'm like, man, my daughters are going to love that. They both think they're frozen princesses. So it'll be it's going to be really cool this year. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, make sure you have a power backup. We're real good at losing power down here.
We're set. We still got our generators. I mean, we got power and stuff now, which is a huge win, but we still have our generators. We keep gas, and then we also have the solar generators and stuff too. So we should be all right. I mean, I know solar is going to be kind of iffy without, blasting rays of sunlight. But we got the gas. We got the gas ones, So, and we keep gas around here just in case, you know.
Oh, yeah. O'Rourke's Littlefield said, our school's let out. You can't buy bread or milk. It's crazy. Cigarettes sell out. So does beer, LOL. I know from the bread standpoint, we own 2 bread routes, and they'll actually snatch it out of your hand before you can even set it on the shelf.
Oh, and wow.
It got so bad one year, one of us had to stand at the truck to make sure nobody took stuff off the truck while the other one took stuff from the store. So.
Oh, my goodness.
They're serious about wiping off themselves.
Me and Roxanne will have to start dusting off our bread machines then, and we'll have to just start getting it going with the homemade bread is always so much better too anyway. But no, it is nice having store-bought bread. It's convenient.
Pain making bread.
It is a pain making bread. It is.
That is one thing I have not quite mastered like I would want to yet. It's a work in progress.
Roxanne, my sister-in-law from Country Road Cure. Oh my goodness, that woman with the bread. Like the roll, every time that we have like a family holiday and stuff, she always makes all the rolls and stuff from scratch, and she is the little bread maker, that one. She does it way better than me. She is so good at it. I mean, they come out so fluffy, and like, you know how sometimes the rolls will be too full of air, but you want them just enough with the, she does them perfect. Like, I cannot rave enough about Roxanne's, I can't rave enough about Roxanne's buns. Roxanne's got the best buns around.
I've got to work on perfecting my bread some more. But so you have big plans for Christmas?
Uh-oh, we're glitching.
Uh-oh. Do y'all have big plans for Christmas?
We're gonna do a nice Christmas here in the trailer and everything, and
we're gonna do Christmas on the 41.36.
Yeah.
We usually, like in the years past, because of travel and my brother living in Las Vegas, and then my mom and dad, they lived across the street from us in Arizona. Well, my mom lives out here in Arkansas now. She just bought a house about 10 minutes down the road. My older sister lives about 2 hours away or so. We're going to try to get together with my older sister probably the week prior to Christmas because of her work schedule. So we won't see her on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve. We will definitely see Country Road Cure because we all live together. And my mom, we will likely see my mom on Christmas Day. We're probably just going to hang around here and then have a big feast. That's usually kind of our thing. We do kind of like Thanksgiving part 2. And just have a big feast and celebrate, the Lord's birth and be with our family and exchange gifts and,
So did a lot of your family move down here, or were some already from there, or?
My whole family moved down here. So my sister had lived here before us. My sister actually has been living in Arkansas for gosh, I don't know. I want to say over, like 15 years or something. She's been over here in Arkansas for a very long time. But, my mom, after my dad passed and we moved out here, she kind of was like, there's nothing here for me anymore. There's nothing to stay here. And so she started looking for properties and stuff. And she found a place that's literally 10 minutes down the road from us. And it's a perfect spot for her. So she moved. And besides my brother and my sister, that's all the family that I have. I don't have I have cousins and stuff like that, but I don't have a huge family. Gary, on the other hand, has a giant family. But they're all in Utah and they're all settled, and
they're scattered all over the place. But
I'm not talking about your cousins and stuff. Your siblings, they're all in Utah.
Though, they're all in Utah, I think. It could be in Nevada right now, but
you got one sister. You got one sister, as far as I know, that's in Nevada, with like right around your parents, and then the rest of them are all in Utah. See, I keep better tabs on his family.
They don't call me. I don't call them, but I mean,
it's the wife's job to be the family secretary, I suppose, right?
So do the kids like it better in Arkansas than in the desert?
Oh, yes, absolutely. They like the school. The school is really good that they're going to. The kids really enjoy playing out here outside because, again, in Arizona, it's hot, so hot, and it's always windy, and you got the dust storms and everything. And so being out
I
here,
didn't really like them playing outside too much.
Yeah, because of
especially like
Mojave
the way that they
Cranes.
do out here. I mean, it was a little different out there for the kids, and then out here they're a lot more free.
They have a lot more freedom.
They understand what reptiles are and everything else because they lived in the desert, and they know what not to mess with and everything else. So it's like, all right, cool.
Yep. And they have a permanent, they're cousins. So Wyatt and our kids, they play together all the time. I mean, our son Abraham and Wyatt, they're cousins, but they're kind of going to grow up like brothers in a way because they live on the same property. They're together constantly. So it's really good for Wyatt because he's an only child. And so that way he's not really an only child anymore. Now he has 3 other children that he has to, we have different households and different rules and different things, but we try to keep them the same,
Right.
We try to keep it separate, like, hey, final say goes to mom and dad, but we also try to keep them all like grouped in and like activities together and stuff. So it's a fine line that we're walking, but I think that we're doing a good walk, but the kids are enjoying it. They're having a great time.
That's awesome. They'll love growing up amongst the woods and it's just country. So would y'all be open to answering if anyone had any questions?
Of course.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys, if y'all have any questions, ask them away.
Ask away.
Ask away.
I got questions for you. So what's your favorite thing to cook for the holidays, for Christmas coming up? What's your favorite thing to cook?
I've been trying to think what I'm going to cook. I done a pulled pork for Thanksgiving. I smoked that on the smoker. I'm not really sure. We're not big fans of turkey here. And I mean, as far as my household. Now, I mean, as the family in general will do it. Probably a ham.
Ooh, I love ham.
I thought about smoking some wings. I don't know. Ribs down here are going for about $23 a slab, so it would take a nice change to feed my family.
Yeah, especially when guys like Gary can eat one on his own.
Who, me?
Yes, you.
I don't know about that. I mean, yeah.
What we do is we go to my sister's house for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
Oh,
so
cool.
Christmas Eve is the kids' nights for all the nieces and nephews, and they get to exchange their gifts and open their presents. And then Christmas Day, the adults do a gift exchange, but we have a meal for each. Christmas Eve is more of a finger food, but Christmas Day is a meal. So to feed my 2 sisters and their families and extended family, and it would
it can be a lot.
8 to 10 slabs of ribs. So well, I might really want to spend $300 on ribs, so we'll probably go a different direction.
I know.
Steer that way.
I feel you on that. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Man, I can't believe.
Sorry, I bumped it. My bad.
I can't believe the hams though you guys got out here. Like I
Holy
walked around,
moly,
I was like, what in the world? Like,
hey, you guys are up there close to all Tyson, Cargill, all that stuff up there. The turkeys. They used to do pigs up there. I'm pretty sure they probably still do. But
I'm
you guys are
for the day for us to see more.
So
I've been waiting for us to see a boar crossing because supposedly they're out here, but I haven't seen one. But the second I see one, I think you might go to freezer camp.
You talking about a wild hog? Is that what you said, a boar? What did you say? You were
Never heard of one.
Let's see. Cindy Brown wants to know if Rooster's been out there yet to clear the trees.
No, he's just been out here to hang out. We're still on his schedule. Actually saw Rooster yesterday. There's a beautiful lookout point that I've been trying to find. Gary and I, we've been told how to get there. And then every time we drive around, we can't find it. And so we're like, I don't know. Rooster,
we get told
save
basically it's over there as the crow flies.
Yeah,
know?
They give us the direction.
All right. Great, I'll find it.
If I was a crow, I'd find it because I'd be flying. So he actually came by yesterday and we got to hang out with him for a while. He took me and Abe and Scarlett, just the three of us. Gary had some things he had to do and Julia didn't feel like going for the trip, but he took us up to this lookout point. So the mountain that you see in all of our videos, that beautiful view, we went up to the top of that mountain and it's really cool because you can see our cleared off building site and you can see Anthony and Roxanne's tiny sheds or the one tiny shed and then their big one that they have to still build on. And then you can see our pad where we're going to be laying all the block. I'm like, man, when we're done building, you'll be able to see our houses for sure from the top of this mountain. It's a very pretty view.
That's awesome.
So, but no, he hasn't worked for us yet, but we have our fingers crossed that this week, because I talked to him yesterday and he said that the dozer is all fixed, but now what they're doing is they're going on their backlog real quick and getting everybody that was before us out of the way. And then they're going to come out. So hopefully sometime this week, those trees are going to get moved. We got some other stuff that Gary and I are going to have him do. You guys will see clearing out some different spots for some other things. Yeah, I'm hoping this week will be the day. Will finally be the week that it happens.
That's awesome. Awesome Sauce wants to know if you're thinking of stocking your pond.
We've got quite a bit of fish in there. I do want to get a couple of more fish in there, just random things.
Maybe some bass and stuff. We mostly have those sunfish and
sunfish, bluegill,
the bluegills
hybrids.
Yeah, they're like a hybrid type thing. It looks like a bluegill and a bass had a baby because it's got a big mouth, but the body looks like a bluegill. So I mean, it's a hybrid of some sort, and we definitely have a lot of fish in there. But I don't know if I want catfish or not, but I hear catfish are really good for clearing out ponds and making them cleaner and stuff. But they can also be invasive too. So I probably want to put a couple of them in there. And then when we go out there and go fishing after a season or two, every time that we catch one, maybe not do the catch and release, we'll do the catch and cook. So
catfish is some good eating.
It is. It's very good eating.
Wild Family Adventures. We need to do an Arkansas area meetup.
Yes.
So many of us in Arkansas, in Oklahoma, and in Texas, even within a 4-hour range. There's tons of us. So
I would love that. I would absolutely love that. I know that Jason with the Crockers, he put on a meetup a couple years in a row now, and it was a lot of fun to do that. I'm not sure if he's going to want to put on another one this year or not. It's still kind of up in the air. But when he did it in Oklahoma, right on the Arkansas-Oklahoma border pretty much in Pryor. But it would be really cool to get it in Arkansas because there's so many that are in Arkansas. It'd be cool to have one here. I just don't know enough. I'd have to do some more research. I'd be happy to help out with setting something like that up. Just definitely not right this second. It would probably be more like summer for us. If I'm gonna have any kind of, if I'm gonna do some help with it, which I wouldn't mind doing, I really wouldn't. But it's gonna have to wait a little while. We're a little swamped right this second.
Mama V says she just realized that she can see the mountain from her property when the leaves are falling.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, Mama V's just right around the on the other side of the lake or something from us, like on the other side of the mountain and lake.
Lake,
So,
river.
Yep.
All of the
a river. Yeah, maybe it is a river.
Well,
Y'all
it's well, she's technically at the lake, but we're like right on we've got the river and the lake basically right in the middle.
Yep.
The Petty Jean like does like a weird loop.
Yeah, the Petty Jean goes like this, all crazy.
Yeah.
And that's the place that we really want to go see. We did our little hike over at Mount Magazine, and it's gorgeous up there. But everyone says, now that you've seen Mount Magazine, now you need to go up to the Petty Jean Mountain and go see that and see the waterfalls and stuff. And me, I'm like, sign me up. Let's go. So I can't wait. I'm excited. There's so much beauty in this state. There's so much to go and see. And we are definitely going to be going and seeing. I don't want my whole life to consist of just work all the time. You gotta have that release, make it all worthwhile. So we'll be traveling.
Empty Nester Homestead said VW Farm Homestead does one every year in Arkansas. I don't guess I'm familiar with them.
VW Homestead does one every year in Arkansas. Well, maybe we should all tag on that one, find out the information on it. We'd love to come and be a part of a meetup. We would love that. We love meeting you guys.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Heck yeah.
Bible Family Adventures. I love Arkansas so much, especially northern. LOL.
Yeah, and we live in a really beautiful spot because we're in between the Ozarks and the Ouachita National Forest. Closer towards Ouachita, like the mountain that you see in the background, that is part of the Ouachita National Forest. So we are much closer to that. But, technically we're in between Ozarks and Ouachita, and from looking at maps and everything, and this is probably the prettiest spot of the whole state, in my opinion. I mean, I have to go see the other parts, though. I want to go see the plains, and I want to go see the different things that this state has to offer, because there's so much.
Cindy Brown says it's VW Family Farm, and I think they are in Rosebud. Okay. I'm not sure where Rosebud is.
Well, we should all figure that out and maybe get together on it, because that would be a really good time.
I agree. Hello, Reagan Attaway. Rosebud, Arkansas. Whew.
Are you Googling where Rosebud is?
About 205 miles from me, so.
Okay. So maybe 4 or 5 hours drive.
Yeah, it looks like it's heading up into the other side, past Little Rock.
Okay.
I am directionally challenged, so just saying.
Hold on. I'm gonna look for it really quick. That might be up kind of towards us, because we're kind of by Fort Smith.
Mount Vernon, Heber Springs,
Rosebud, Arkansas. I'm looking for it. It says from us.
It's over by Little Rock.
Huh? No, it's gonna give us the time, honey. Just let it.
East
just
of
let
Conway.
it do its thing.
Northeast of Conway.
Mountain View right there.
That's what O'Rourke said.
I got the spinning wheel. It's thinking.
Empty Nester said they have it at a fairground.
Oh, wrong home. Let's do that. Oh.
Well, yeah, you have to turn it on.
Oh, I do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm doing it. I'm looking for Rosebud right now. It's finding me a good route. It looks like it's over by Conway, which we've driven through there before. It says it's 2.5 hours away from us. It's 2 hours and 27 minutes to Rosebud from where we are. So we could absolutely make that. That's just a quick little day trip.
Oh, definitely. Awesome Sauce wants to know how the driveway is holding up and your culverts and all.
Driveway's holding up great, honestly. We don't have any potholes or problems. Everything's draining as it should.
Culverts are holding perfectly.
Yep. So we haven't had a whole lot of rain recently. I mean, we have.
Since we've
You know
had
how
those
Arkansas has been. We're kind of learning how it'll be. It'll dump on you, and then it'll dry up the next day, and then it'll dump on you, and then it'll dry up. It doesn't really linger. So our streams and our creeks right now are dry. They will fill back up, I guess, in all the locals are telling us that by like February, March, they'll be flowing again. So I guess we will see how it goes when they start flowing again, because since July, they've been pretty dry. So the culverts haven't been worked over too much. They only had a couple months worth of constant flowing water.
Which is actually pretty good because
Yeah.
it's compacted everything really, really hard and good in there. So that makes me happy.
Yeah, we don't want to have to keep reworking the same things. That's a nightmare when you do a job and you get it done and then you got to do it again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
It's never fun.
Yeah. Rival Family Adventures. Are y'all still in Mexico or on the border?
Yeah, they're out on a mission right now, right? That's awesome.
They had a little bit of excitement last night. I think they were in a church service in Mexico, and I think some gunshots or something were going off.
Oh.
But it turned out to be some people that were drunk.
Oh, so, we'll definitely extend some protection for them and their family, because it's dangerous times we're living in, but bless them for doing good work, Yeah,
they took a lot. I know our church got together and sent with them. And I can't even remember. How many bags of candy was that, Brandy, if you're still on here? I want to say, I may be wrong, but I want to say over 5,000 is what we said.
Holy moly.
And they passed it out to the kids, plus other things, necessities and stuff probably they take over there.
What a blessing. That's amazing. That definitely brightens them up for sure.
Oh, yeah. O'Rourke said that's why they stay in the USA.
Well,
I know it wasn't it turned out it wasn't anything bad, but I imagine it scared them pretty good, because I think that's kind of common over there for gunfight to break out, gunfire or whatever.
Yeah.
But
we hear gunshots out here kind of often lately because of hunting season, so we're hearing it. We're not having problems with people coming out here anymore, but we definitely are hearing that they're around still.
Yeah, there is actually a shooting range up the road.
There
not
is
too far.
So maybe some people are having some fun.
Oh, you can tell when people are having some fun.
Oh, yeah, it's like,
sure. It's like, oh my goodness, they're
I'm
getting
like,
it right
get
now.
it. You guys have quite a few acres to cover too. I mean, as far as trespassers, and you are kind of spread out.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be. We will eventually have it fully enclosed and fenced, but we need to build the houses and stuff first. Right now, we're kind of just trying to protect where we're at all the time, which is camp life and our building sites, and then the pond area. That's kind of it's probably like maybe 6 acres or so that we're hanging out in all the time.
Yeah.
But and then of course the road going down to the road, the front part of the property, but the whole back, like the back 20 is what we call it. Very unexplored. It's very, very thick and dense, and you gotta go in there with a machete and a weed hacker and some chainsaws, and we gotta get to work. But honestly, a lot of that, with the amount of stuff we have on our plate, it's gonna have to wait a little while.
You almost got
it's not like it's gonna go anywhere. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just saying, me and her almost got to the back side of the property in the ranch pony.
We got pretty far back there. Not to the back, but we probably got like maybe within another 5 acres or so from it. Probably got like 15 from to the back 20. There's probably like another 5 that we still we could go up the mountain some more. But
we're up there.
We got our work cut out for us. That's for sure. Moving to raw property where there's nothing and nobody for generations, you know. We got our work cut out for us.
Mama V said somebody was having a bang bang party near her tonight. She's kind of in the woods too.
Oh.
O'Rourke wants to know any sign of bear again. And he said y'all need a wildlife camera.
Oh, we actually, we're going to be putting out a video for y'all soon. We actually do have some cameras. We had made an investment because of the trespassers and stuff like that. And so we invested in ourselves and our security and our privacy. And I'm not going to show the location in which they are up because we do want to keep that secret on where they are. But we have some solar security cameras and stuff. So I'll get alerts on my phone if somebody drives up the driveway. If somebody's around, you know, in certain areas, then we'll be able to see them in real time. You know, take pictures. And if somebody I'm going to put them on blast. I tell you what, if somebody comes up here after all the no trespassing and after all of the signs and the paint and all that stuff, if somebody comes out here, even because we keep our gate closed, it's just a rope, but it has hanging signs that says no trespassing, beware a dog. And we've had people remove our rope and drive up to our property. And it's very flattering and everything, but not all of them are hunters. Some of the people are like, oh, we see you on YouTube and we wanted to check out your spot. And I'm like, bro, you just came, like you went on private property to come up and like meet somebody that you see online. Like, that's not cool. Like, don't go up to, you might know me because you see me, but I don't know you. Like, so yeah. I'll put those people, I'm going to put them on blast, though. The face is going to go on the internet. Here's the warning. And if anybody does it again, I'm going to put them out there. Just saying, I don't want to be that way. But, like, we got kids and stuff. And it's just, it's not always, I don't even go to my mom's house usually without calling and saying, hey, I'm coming over, you know? And that's my mother.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's different if they speak to you out in public. But man, when they start invading your privacy,
no, in public, like if I'm at the grocery store, we're out shopping or something like that, or please come up and say hi and introduce yourself. Like we want to meet people. That's why we go to the meetups, and that's why we encourage that. Absolutely, 100%. Like we're not sticking the muds or, you know, turning up our nose to anybody. Not in the least. It's just this is my home kind of a thing.
You don't want nobody sneaking up on you in the middle of the night.
This is just it's our home. So
even in the daytime, it's still like, totally just snuck up on me.
Yeah, we were in the middle of something and now we're not.
For real. Mama B said the bears have moved higher in the mountains this time of year, but you still didn't answer O'Rourke's question. He's asked it again. No more bear sightings.
Bear sightings. No bear
sightings yet.
Actually, kind of unfortunately, I was really looking forward to maybe getting the DSLR out and taking some good pictures. I want them to be, you know, like over there, but I wanted to see some. I didn't want them going through the garbage or anything, which is probably what would have happened. But it would have been it would have been cool to take some pictures of them and just kind of. I'm a nature person. I love watching the animals. You know, even if it was digging through the trash, I probably would have found that cool, and then cleaned it up later.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if there's any bears down here. We have alligators.
Ooh, you got a different kind of beef.
And Bigfoot. So. We're down here with the Bobby Street Monster.
So my son tells me that we have Bigfoot out here too. Maybe I got maybe you guys have Bigfoot and I got medium foot and they're cousins or something.
There There you go. I think he gets around.
He does get around because I hear he's been sighted out in Oklahoma.
Man,
he's been sighted in Idaho. He's been sighted out here in Arkansas, down Louisiana. He gets around.
I know it. Aurora
Have you ever eaten any alligator?
Have I ever eaten any what? Alligator? Is that what you said? Did you ask me if I?
We're glitching.
Alligator?
Yeah, I asked. Have you ever eaten alligator?
No, I've never eaten alligator. No.
Would you eat one if you had an opportunity to?
Probably not.
I would. I'd be like, sign me up, bring the hot sauce. I had crocodile. It was crocodile. It's the same thing.
Oh, I thought it was alligator tail.
It's the same thing. It was crocodile.
Brandy, y'all be safe.
They shipped it in.
So I thought it was an alligator. I was like, wait, what?
No, it was a crocodile. Which is the same thing. I think it's like, I don't know, there's a very small difference in between an alligator and a crocodile. I don't know what the difference is.
One's a saltwater creature and one's a regular water creature, basically.
Oh, well, the one that I had was a crocodile. It's actually good. You ever eat any frog legs or anything like that?
Negative.
No? So frog legs are actually really good. They kind of taste like a cross between fish and chicken. Yeah, it tastes kind of fishy though. Like any reptile has kind of sort of a fishy-ish kind of taste to it. Snakes, they have that kind of fishy taste.
You know, that muddy muck water taste, the river water taste, that taste.
Put some hot sauce on it, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Pass the tapatio.
That's probably why I hate fish so much, is that taste right there. It makes me literally taste like as if you walk out into a pond, you reach your hand, you grab that black, nasty pond dirt water, and you put it in your mouth.
Oh, stop.
Like, that's how every time I've eaten fish from like a lake or a river, that's how it always tastes to me. I'm like, man,
yeah.
I don't like.
Hi, Brenda. It's something about, I know we catch catfish and fillet them out. I am washing and washing and washing and rinsing and whatever before I ever even fry that. Because something about it, if you don't get that done, I can't handle that taste.
Throw some hot sauce in it. Bring extra tapatio. It goes away, I promise. Rotten butter.
Now I know the secret with catfish. I was afraid to even try with catfish because the second I cut it open, I was all, oh, heck no, man. I butchered it and I gave it over to Mel. I was all, nope.
I'll take it.
I ain't eating it. There ain't no way.
Things looking good.
I'll just gonna watch it really good. But it's good. Now my mom and her brother will eat the buffalo catfish, which I've heard they're kind of trashy fish, but they eat the ribs.
Ooh.
But they like that.
See, I like beer battered fish, beer battered deep
Come
fish.
on, you deep fry anything.
My goodness, man. They normally use like cod for that, I believe, or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just bring the tilapia. Just bring on the tilapia.
I don't know if I've tried tilapia, to be honest.
Really?
Tilapia don't taste like fish that much. That's like the only fish I will eat.
Tilapia is kind of like the poor man's fish, and we eat that. I used to eat that all the time because you can get the big, huge bag of it, and it's frozen, and they're individually sealed, right? But you can get a big old giant bag of it for like $7. You have all this fish, and then you take it and you cut it into smaller pieces, and then you fry it up. It's good. It's good. But you make fish tacos out of it. You can. It's kind of
that lemon zesty.
Yeah, you put the lemon. It's kind of like the chicken of fish because you can give it any flavor. Like it doesn't really have a whole lot of flavor by itself. You have to give it the flavor. You can tell that you're eating fish, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. That part.
The meat.
Paul Honeyman says, Gary, you can't beat fish and chips.
Yeah, Gary, you can't beat no fish and chips.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like beer battered fish and some chips, man. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, fish and chips is good. You know, it took me a long time to figure out. I'm very sheltered in some ways, and I've been exploring different. Like in the last few years, I'd say probably just this last decade, right? I've been learning about different countries and different things just because I'm interested, you know? And it took me a really long time to put 2 and 2 together that chips are not like chips, like what we think. Chips are French fries over there. And I went to a place in Vegas, I can't remember, but they were selling fish and chips. And I learned the hard way because I thought I was actually going to get like some Lay's potato chips or something. And they brought fries and I was like, what is this? And they're like, you ordered the fish and chips. I was like, oh, okay. And I felt all embarrassed. I felt super embarrassed of my ignorance. I was like, no.
You know what the French like to do?
Mind around the chips thing too. So I'm like, where do you get chips and fries? You know?
Yeah.
Estella Knox said, I agree, Gary. Catfish is nasty, smells nasty. I love shrimp and trout. I love some fried shrimp, some grilled shrimp. But
shrimp? Oh yeah. I'm all about the shrimp and calamari and the lobster, and I like oysters, I like sardines, I like all of it. I honestly do. I love seafood. I never get to eat very much of it because somebody over here doesn't even like the smell
shrimp.
of it.
I do not like shrimp either. Like that's one to me, like it disgusts me good. In such a way that it's like no.
It's so good.
If I'm not having a sauce, no.
I'm like a walrus.
No, you have to de-poop. You have to de-poop the shrimp in order to eat it. It's like, wait, hold on, man.
You don't eat the tail. You just bite it and then you put the
I don't know, man. If I gotta mess with their whatnot, you know, it's like, hold on.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. That's just me. That's how I've always looked at shrimp.
Sardines go on people's manifolds, you know, in their car.
Sardines are good. They're salty, but they're good. They go great on crackers.
Nope.
Now, lobster is good. Wobble Family Adventures took me out to try lobster a while back. It was really good.
Heck yeah. Drench that sucker in butter. You just dip it in butter. And then you...
Now, she tried to get me to try crab, and I'm like, nah.
Oh, crab is good. You'd like crab. You probably would like... If you like lobster, you'd probably like crab.
Nah. Shellfish.
Brenda says fish and fried shrimp is bomb, Gary.
Yeah, Gary, you don't know what you're missing out on, buddy.
Add a believer put a green cute face and said, I miss you. And so
I've had
Mama V's on the other side.
You know what I don't like, though? I don't like anchovies. I'm not a fan of anchovies.
No.
But I'll do all the other stuff, but I'm not into anchovies.
No.
Those little tiny fishes that they put on pizzas.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I had
shell pizza anyway.
Anchovies. Sorry.
That's just wrong. Who's gonna put fish on pizza?
I don't know where it started from, but I know that people do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's probably the French.
You're Stop! Stop it!
Brenda Martin.
No, it didn't. It came from Italy. You ding dong.
Brenda said it's usually a matter of how you had it the first time. Well, I didn't have it the first time.
Two different countries, Gary. You need to get more. You need to get more culture, babe. You need to gain a little bit more culture. You need to do like you gotta study up on your culture, so that way you don't feel stupid like I did. God bless the American public education system, right?
Awesome Sauce wants to know what your favorite pizza is.
Ooh, go for it, Gary.
Oh, my favorite pizza is definitely like the all meats that you possibly can throw on there. Throw some like green peppers, throw some red onions on there. A lot of sauce. I don't like a whole lot of cheese. I like more sauce than cheese.
What kind of crust though?
The cheese or the crust definitely has to be like the crazy crust though.
The crazy, like the Parmesan, garlic, and how doughy, like how big you like it, thin, thick, medium.
I just like the regular crust.
I just like the regular crust, you know, like just the regular crust. Me, I agree with that, but pineapples are a must on pizza. Let's fight about it, bro.
You can throw pineapples on top of what I just had right there, and I would be fine with it. I'd eat it.
Just ask if you like pineapple on your pizza.
Yes, pineapple on the pizza. Yes, I am down for it. It's so good. It is so good.
I'll let you have it.
Yeah, we could go out back later and square off.
Oh, guys, it's 9:02. I've had so much fun.
Oh my goodness, it's already 9.
That went by really fast. That went by really, really fast.
Yeah, it's been a
blast. Thank you for having us on. We appreciate chatting with you. We got to get together, and maybe we can all cab on the Arkansas get together. Maybe we'll find out the details of it. I'll look into finding it out. It's JW Family Farm.
You would ask that.
Something like that?
No, VW.
Oh, VW. My bad. VW, like Volkswagen. I won't forget now. I have to always like remember things with pictures and acronyms and stuff. So I'll look into finding out some more info on that, because if they're gonna have one, we would love to come and meet some more folks and meet you in person and everybody else again, and be a really good time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I have enjoyed tonight. I appreciate you guys coming on, and we will do it again.
Thank you for the invite. We're always, we're not too busy, so just hit us up whenever.
Okay. Well, y'all have a good evening.
You too. Good night, guys.
Take it easy.
Bye, everybody. Thanks, mods.